Good morning, good morning, good morning, all things Hadar. Well, it's morning for me, so good afternoon, good evening, or anywhere in between all of that, wherever you are. We are going to jump in and do a reading this morning. I'm just enjoying my cup of hot cocoa and, excuse me. Yeah, this is a time for me that I love to be with my cards. Anyway, so I asked this morning, okay, so what decks do you want me to put together and to pull out for all things Hadar? And these were the cards that it gave me, and I found it kind of a curious combination. I don't know if we'll use all of them because I'm just leaving the message open to whatever, utmost high, God, source, spirit, universe, whatever that is for you, wants to relay and talk to us about this morning. So we're going to see what's what. We're going to see what comes forward, but there's the decks that I have pulled out. And then, of course, I have a variety of tarot decks here also ready, as well as the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, the Vice Versa deck, and the Kipper, just in case those are to come out. So we will see what happens here. Oh, hold on. I have to fix my microphone. Sorry. I didn't realize I hadn't clipped it, and I'm sure you don't want to hear a bunch of stuff moving around throughout. You may already hear that. I don't know. Okay. So we're just going to get ready and we're going to go in. All of these decks have been pre-shuffled, but I do like to shuffle on camera just so that you guys can see and be a part of that process. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so glad that you are here. We appreciate you stopping by and checking us out. We hope that you decide to join us here. If you do and it resonates with you, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, the notification bell, and share if you know anyone who you feel could benefit from the messages. If this particular video doesn't resonate with you, you can check out any of the videos that are in the video section of this channel. If you're interested in working with me one-on-one, or if you are interested in getting your own personal reading, you can go to my website at www.infusedtransitions and check out the different things I do there. And you can contact me through allthingshadar@gmail.com with any questions or to book a session. For those of you who are returning, thank you guys so much for your continued support. I really greatly appreciate it. I really would like to get into doing more interviews with fellow Hadarians that would like to share their awakening process, or that have things that they've experienced either on or off planet of Hadar, any remembrances or anything like that. So again, if you are interested in talking about that and seeing if there is a match there, you can again email me at allthingshadar@gmail.com. All right, let's get going and see what are we pulling out first. Okay, so they did have me start out with these. We're just going to cut the deck because we have already shuffled. Always take only what resonates and leave the rest. And what messages do you have that you would like to share with us today? I do feel with all these, most of these that I was guided to pull out today, being nature oriented, it may be very beneficial for you to get into nature in some way, shape, or form. Obviously, depending on where you live, if you can do that or not. Like here, it's been rainy, and it's just going to be rainy for probably, from what they're saying, about another week. So, but having plants around you and animals, or just letting a crack of window to let some fresh air in, whatever that is for you. All right, we have decisions. And I wasn't going to take these because it's like, that's a lot, but I feel I'm supposed to take it. So we have emotions, retirement, and dietary change. So what I'm seeing from each of these, I feel like there's decisions to be made. There's emotions that need to either be considered. And when I say that, please understand, I'm saying it serves us well to be able to have a balance between our emotions and our intellect and our spiritual, right? Our here and now, our emotions, our spiritual, and our intellect. And being able to recognize each of them, take note of each of them, all right? Honor them, okay? But it's not about letting anything run out of control and just go into a spinning thing. So if there's anyone who's struggling with making decisions, wow, that was heavy. Because there's a lot of emotions running. I would make the suggestion that it may be helpful to you to find some way for you to bring in, even if it's just a reprieve, to let that tension and those emotions go. So whether that looks like just getting into a quiet place and space for 30 seconds or longer if you have the ability to do that, and just breathe. Breathe in through the nose to the count of 4, pause, and exhale out the mouth to the count of 4. Just right? Just allow yourself 3 or 4 breaths even. And, you can just set your intention that you're breathing in light and balance, love, peace, inner calmness. Pause. And you're pushing out all that gets in the way of that. Okay. We do have retirement here. Now, for some of you, this may be literal retirement. Maybe some of you are facing retirement overall, and you would like to, or you have concerns about that. You would like to be able to retire. Maybe you feel like you can't, or you are able to retire, but you're like, well, I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. What am I going to do with myself? Others of you, and for that, I would say, there are people out there that are professionals that can help you set things up or get things going for that season of life. And it doesn't matter if it's upon you now or if you're young and you just want to be prepared. It doesn't matter where you are in that journey. There are still professionals out there to help you and meet you where you are. I am not one of them. So this is, that is my disclaimer. I am not one of them. So if that's something for you, you need to do your own research and find who is for you. For others of you, I'm feeling like there may be like a way of doing something or something that you've been trying to do that just possibly, maybe it was aligned for you when you began. Maybe it's not aligned for you now. But it needs to be retired. And let me rephrase that because I don't like to use the word needs. It would put you into more alignment with yourself if you retired it, whatever that is. Now, again, take it how it resonates and leave the rest, guys. I'm wanting to see if I can do it quickly. And if not, then I will just put them in the description box below. I'm wanting to see if in this book, do they tell us what kind of flower I'm not seeing it. No. I was hoping it would tell me what kind of flower and I realize it's about the butterfly, but I also feel like flower energy. In fact, I know someone who teaches flower essences course, Leonie Blackwell. She teaches a flower essences course that can be quite powerful. But flower essences themselves are very, very powerful. So anyways, hopefully if these flowers speak to you, you might be able to find what kind of flowers these are. For the butterflies, again, I know different butterflies, sometimes they have different meanings, or they have nuances of meanings. So you can always, pause the video and see if you can find a matching flower or butterfly, or you can just take the fact that they're butterflies and flowers and, again, you do you do what resonates and makes sense for you. Okay. All right. And then dietary change, it feels like there could just be some things that maybe, to me, and this is just my opinion, anything that has diet as part of the phrase or the word seems to turn a lot of people automatically off. Okay. I'm feeling like it's not so much, oh, I have to diet because I need to lose weight. I need to gain weight. I need to do this. I need to do that. For one, we don't want to have that need, because it lowers the frequency and the vibration. Again, shifting the perspective. Is it really about that? Or is it just, you know what? I really want to have and experience a better quality of life. And how can I help what is, one way, because there's a million ways to do that. What is one way that I can pick to do that? And start with a step. It all starts with a step, right? Well, we have dietary change. Okay, so maybe we should look at that as, nutritional support changes, or healing my body changes, or raising my vibration changes. Whatever that is that works for you. There's things like, and I'll use myself for an example. I did the, what do you call it? Oh my goodness. Oh, celery juice. So I do follow Medical Medium, and I got a juicer that he recommended, and I get the organic celery, and I drink celery juice now. And it's not something that I do every single day, which is the recommendation. And it's something I'm working towards. But for now, I try to make sure that I get it at least 2 to 3 times a week. If I miss, I miss. If if I accomplish it, great. I acknowledge every single glass, right? And that is a step. It doesn't have to be, oh, I have to revamp it and make everything, I have to buy this and I have to do that. And again, we don't want that kind of energy. You don't want the haves to and needs and all of that. It's just, you know what? I could do this. I could do this easy peasy. I can do this one thing. Maybe for you, it's throwing some, if you can do it, organic. If not, you do the best you can of what you can. Meet yourself where you are. Grab some fruit or maybe even some fruit and vegetables. Look up some smoothie recipes and throw some fruits and veggies into the blender and make yourself some smoothies. Right? Oh, that's too many with these ones. These ones are... All right. So let's continue. What else do we have? There could be just some emotions and some dietary habits or practices that need retirement. For decisions, again, I would look up the daisy, and I'm not sure, but this might be a Shasta daisy. But maybe look up daisies and if they have anything that have to do with decision making. And I would check out a few different of the things that come up in your search, because they don't all say the same thing. You might find that one sentence out of one site resonates with you, but a paragraph of a different one, and they aren't talking about the same thing. So anyway, all right, let's see. What else do we have? What else do we have? Thank you. Oh, you flipped one over in here. See, they still give me. Oh, that's funny. They do that to me a lot. Okay. We have the Chess Queen. Trust. Strategizing. See, we talked about that. Finding someone who can help you by meeting you where you are, whether it's with your decision, managing your emotions, taking care of your retirement, switching up what you're deciding to nourish your temple, your body, your powerhouse with. And strategizing. Now, to me, it's interesting because, and I'll show you in a second. Okay, for one, we've got what, it's almost like the implication, I feel like this is bamboo. So you may want to look at bamboo of this plant that's back here, which again, I'll show you in a minute. Because of this, it's interesting because it's like there's her, and then there's, it's like the table and the bottom half is a chess piece, but like a chess board on a pedestal, a table, you know, pedestal with a tabletop on it. And then it almost looks like the pieces are crystal. And her dress, the top of her dress almost looks like tree bark. And I'm saying all that because, you know, there's someone out there who needs to either hear all of that or pieces of that. Strategizing, again, chess pieces, coming up with a plan. By the way, making a decision to not make a decision is still making a decision. And for some of you, there is avoidance about making a choice or a decision because it's going to require work. It's going to require planning. And again, for some of you, you just don't want to deal with it. Well, that's okay. That's your prerogative. It's not going to go away though. And it could potentially cause more problems for you or more challenges for you by not addressing it now. That's not for everybody. That's for some. If that resonates with you, then that message is for you. But there are options available to you. I mean, when you think about that in chess, and even if you don't know how to play chess and you don't know the moves that all the pieces do, the point is there are so many working pieces in the board, right? And the board can be represent whatever that is to you, whether it's a decision, whether it's changes, whether it's retirement, whether it's your emotions, whether it's life over, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is there's a lot of different pieces and components. Each one has the potential to shift and change the outcome. So if you choose to just sit there and not do anything, well, the outcome is, yeah, you're not going to go anywhere. You're just going to have this more of the same. And if you're not liking where you are, do you want more of that? You know? Okay. And then next we have the Metal King, discipline, armor, and boundaries. Oh, there, see? Discipline. Did I show you the card? I don't remember if I did. I think I did. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. So here's the thing, discipline. Now, again, discipline is kind of like diet for a lot of people. Not everybody, but for apparently somebody out there, this is what it means. Or something similar, you know, but the bottom line is whatever your definition of discipline is, does not have a good feeling for you, for some of you. And a lot of times people will look at discipline as almost like oppression. And it's like, you know, when we're doing self-discipline, right, we're not, how do I say it? It's not like you're being forced to do something. Okay. Again, think about the energy of that. Is it self-discipline or is it just self-support? I am being very deliberate in what I'm doing and in what I'm creating and in each step. I'm being deliberate because I'm shifting and changing in a way I want to. So if discipline is a word for you, a trigger word for you, or as same like with diet or any of these other ones, any word that is a trigger for you, I would suggest one, shifting your perspective. How do you shift your perspective? Well, write down what it is about that word, right? The word that you don't care for, and then just start writing everything about that word that you don't like. What does it represent? What does it make you think of? What does it have you remember? Is there certain things throughout your life that stick out to you because of that? Well, when I was little, blah, 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 blah. Well, when I was in high school, la, 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 la. When I was married, yada, yada, yada. Whatever that is for you, whatever that is for you, release that stuff. Write it out and then you do whatever is your process for releasing. Is it burning it? Is it ripping it up? Is it putting it through the shredder? Is it, you know, then writing another page of the opposites and then destroying that one and anointing this one? You know, whatever that is for you. Because I'm really feeling like there's things about boundaries, discipline, all of it. I feel like there's all of it that could have very non-serving perspectives and beliefs around it, possibly traumas. And it's about releasing all of that out and bringing in a new perspective that is supportive, that brings in balance, that will support and assist you in stepping more and more and more into alignment with who you truly are. And interestingly enough, it is all things that are, right? The cosmos, creativity, and vastness. I love, 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 love this card. So what I'm seeing in here is, you know, we have this, could be the moon, could be another planet, could even be one of Hadar's planets. But what I'm seeing here is it's like the planet looks almost sleepy, but it's still blowing out from its mouth down into this dark city, sleeping village, whatever you want to call it. This light and this cosmic dust is what I'm hearing of light. We also have over here, which again, I'll show you in a moment, we have two really brightly lit bodies of something, whether they're stars or moons or suns or planets, I don't know. And we have a comet. And I'm not sure what this other thing is. Let me see, just a moment. All right. And then there's this flying thing down here, which I really can't tell what that is supposed to be. I can't tell if that's supposed to be like a bat, an angel, just a flight being. I don't know. There's the comet. Here are the really big stars. But again, you can see all of that cosmic light and dust coming down into this darkened village. So it could be that the village represents the darkness, the shadow side of ourselves that needs to have light shed on it so that we can heal what needs healing and move on. It could be that it's messages and information that comes in while we're sleeping. You take that how it resonates for you and then leave the rest. Okay, where else are we going here? What do we, yeah, okay. So right on the top of the deck, we have direction, right? Needing a direction. Like, yeah, this is about change. This is definitely about change, transformation, metamorphosis, transmutation, however you want to say that. And here are the pieces for you. And there is, it would be very, very helpful for you, and very aligned for you to bring in direction. Now, here's what I'm going to say with that. For some of us, well, okay, take it how it resonates. Get a big picture idea. And when I say big picture, don't let that overwhelm you. If that is a word, if those are trigger words, write them out. Do your work on it. But if you have an idea, in order to have a direction, we kind of have to know what is it I'm wanting to accomplish. Well, I want to change my life. Okay. Make it smaller. That's the big picture. How do you want to change your life? In what, let's break it down. Life areas. Okay. Which life area do you feel is the top priority? Well, I don't know. Okay. Well, then just think about it. Rate each life area for yourself, the quality of each life area. And if you have, and you set your scale, one is the lowest or one is the best, and the higher the number goes, the more I need work to do on it, or vice versa. 10 is the best, and the lower the number goes, it's some more work that needs on it. Whatever that is for you. Okay, so now I see that this and this one, these two really need help. Okay, out of these two, am I going to do two, or am I going to bring it down to one specific one? That one specific one? Okay, now, where do I want to take that? What's the direction I want to take that? Okay, this is where I'm at. This is where I want to go. Now, what's one simple thing I can do? One thing I can do to begin my journey of changing this to get from here to here. And again, whatever your life area is, that's going to depend. And it doesn't have to be overwhelming. You start feeling overwhelmed, again, take a few seconds. Do your breathing in through the nose to the count of 4, slight pause, and release to that count of 4. You're bringing in beauty, inner peace, inner calmness, light, love, relaxation, yada, 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 whatever those words are for you. You're setting the intention of what your in-breath takes. You're setting the intention of what the exhale is releasing. I would also say, just my opinion here, I would also say that it would be important to set the intention of what you're exhaling. Where are you sending it? Where is it going to go? Right? Are you sending it up to God, source, universe, spirit to do with whatever they see fit, or to transmute, or to blah, 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 whatever you're wanting to do? Are you sending it down to the core and the heart of Mother Gaia so that she can transform, transmute, whatever that is? But whatever that is you're doing, are you just in setting the intention that it's while it's still in you, it's being neutralized and dissolved, so that when it comes out, it's just neutralized and dissolved, harmless, blah, 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 blah. Set your intentions and then move forward. It is simply set your intentions and move forward. I got a cat on my lap here I'm hoping isn't going to fall off. What else? Do we have another one here? I did see loneliness, and that did stick out. So if there are some of you that are struggling with loneliness, again, take what resonates, leave the rest. I only share what I get. For some of you, I'm getting that there is a loneliness factor, and I'm just hearing the answer is not finding someone or something else to divert your attention, to divert your energy, to divert your time and your devotion to healing thyself. Know thyself, heal thyself. That's just what I'm getting. All right, we have laziness. We have wisdom. And we have indecision. This makes so much sense to me. Okay, so first of all, again, if laziness is a trigger word for you, heal that. Work on that. Restructure your perception. I feel like laziness and procrastination run similar. They're not the same, but that they can have things in common. Excuse me. And I feel that it's not truly laziness, but we label it as laziness. Why? Because again, notice we have a topic around decisions twice. You have decision and indecision. When we get into this space of indecision, I mean, look at both of them. They have something that they could play with that most dogs would love to play with, but they're not doing it. And it's not because of laziness in essence, really. To me, it's more of when we feel confused, sad, broken, angry, frustrated, at our wits' ends, when we feel like we don't know what to do, we can get stuck in a loop of, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do, I don't know. And we just keep telling ourselves that. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Right? And so then we believe that. Now that's our perception. Now that is our belief. We hold that as a truth. This creates non-movement. This creates procrastination. This creates you know, there's fear. Bottom line, there's fear in a lot of this too, because when we're afraid, what if I make the wrong decision? What if it doesn't work out? What if? Well, we're not going to know unless we try something. And if it doesn't work, do something else. The thing with a mistake is if we mistook, we get to take again. Again, it's perception. How do you, you know, and by shifting, right? By shifting and coming up with a direction. If you need assistance and support in this, find the assistance and the support. If you can't afford it, start getting on that phone and calling around and finding out places or people or organizations or whatever that support and assist getting help, or offer pro bono work, whatever that is, or ask for referrals. Okay, well, if you don't, thank you for your time. Could you point me in the direction of maybe somebody who I could contact in regards to this? And it's funny because I just realized that I had this conversation with somebody yesterday for them. So anyways, and I'm getting, and then we have wisdom. Well, the wisdom is getting out of this indecision and they say laziness, and I don't feel that it's that. I feel it's just that this, you know, when we get overwhelmed, then we just don't do anything. And I said that yesterday. But it's this indecision. It's time to make a decision, right? It's time to make a decision. And part of that decision is going to be about protecting yourself and setting your boundaries. When we have people who support us in our low vibes, then we stay in our low vibes. So if you're wanting to shift that, it's going to be important to start setting up your boundaries, putting on your protection, your armor, which is you're protecting yourself. You're just not taking on anyone else's energies anymore, right? You're not giving them away your energy. You're not letting them siphon it off. You're not pouring your energy into other people, places, things, events, situations, etc., etc. Yes, I realize it's easier said than done. It takes practice. It takes work. Again, that's why we cut our list down to, you know, but boundaries is going to be really important, and making sure you're doing something to protect yourself. You create your own ritual of protection. Do it in the morning when you get up. You do it in the morning, or do it at night when you go to bed. I am so afraid Napoleon is going to slide off my lap because he's kind of big and my lap's not quite big enough for him. And so he gets a little too relaxed and then he slips off and, of course, digs in his claws to stop himself. Doesn't feel very good. Okay, let's keep going. Yes, baby. Keeps reaching his paw up to touch my face. Oh, baby, you're going to fall. You're going to have to get down if you can't hold still. Yeah. He's such a little love bug. And now he wants to play with my crystals. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, thank you. That one went quick. You knocked that onto the floor, buddy. Spider spirit. Make your dreams real. See? You hold that potential. You're the one who is weaving that web to have it become what you want it to become. The spider is very, very creative. Very creative. I would also say looking up the energies of the ruby and the pearl. Looking up the energies of the ruby and the pearl. I feel those are important and something being communicated for you right now. They're saying grab another one. Okay. I love that card, and I don't like spiders at all. Don't like spiders or snakes. Ant spirit. It's time to collaborate. See, didn't I say finding somebody there to help you? Somebody to walk through with you. And the number on here is 1. Which, by the way, we do have 30, 37, and 41. So we have progress, right? You have progression. You have 56. Again, progress and progression, but it starts with a step, and this is the number 1 card. The number 1 card. It's time to collaborate. It's time to find that support. And I don't know if you noticed it or not, but each of these ants have a different color on the top of their head. So again, it may mean it's time to think outside the box. Maybe you're going to look at someone who has a profession that is not something you've considered before. Excuse me. Sorry. Had to get a drink. All right. Let's do this. I'm sorry. I don't know if I shuffled all of them in front of you, but they have all been pre-shuffled. I try to remember, but when I get going, then I forget sometimes. Hearing one more. All right. These ones are kind of hard to shuffle because they're so big. Oh man, that's a lot. All right. Oh, it's not as many as I thought. They're thicker. Okay. Still a lot, but not as much as I thought they were. First one out, number 2, illumination. See, time to collaborate. Getting some of that outside information. Utilizing others' expertise. This can, sorry, I had to shake my water bottle. The dog wanted to go after the cat. It's like, no. Illumination, getting some outside perspectives, some outside help and support can bring illumination to your progress, to steps to take, for things to do to help yourself. Okay, we're gonna have to move this down so I have room for these cards. All right. Next we have, see, shift your energy. This is a wake-up call for you guys. This really is shifting your energy. So I do want to say, take a moment here. The artwork in this deck is stunning. I love the artwork in this deck. With each card, there is so much happening. So I would suggest taking a moment and just look at it and see what stands out to you personally about these cards. And then just think about that. Just for a moment. But yes, so it's time to collaborate, make your dreams real, time to collaborate, illumination. And again, 1, 2, we see a progression, shifting your energy, shoot you up to 19. Shifting your perspective, shifting how you think about things, shift those trigger words for yourself. Next we have, let love be your beacon, right? And this is about inner love, inner support, and allowing the light, the love, the light of, again, God, source, universe, spirit, whatever that is for you. Oh, okay. I thought I saw like little beings up here because there's a lot of hidden pictures in these, but it's not. But let love be your beacon. And you note she has hers first, but she is looking for, and this is up, and I don't know if you'll be able to see, I will show you, but this is light that's up above these mountains. So it's not something that's earthly. And again, just take a moment, look at the card. Look at any of the hidden images within the card. What speaks to you? I haven't used this deck in a long time, and I don't know why, because I really love her work. Okay, next we have assurance. Now, this is what I'm going to say about this card. For one, it's obvious it's very, very earthy. For 2, there are a lot of beings within the card. There's 4 women and lots of butterflies. And if I had got my magnifying glass again, I'm sure I could find other things in this deck or in this card as well. It's very earthy. So again, I think at the beginning I talked about getting in tune with nature in some way, shape, or form that works for you. Even if it's something as simple as buying as a yoga mat that is made out of bamboo. Whether you do yoga or not, or use it for exercise or not, is not the point. It's the point. It's a natural material, and it's something that you can use to just sit on in the house for a few moments when you feel you need to be grounded. You know, just I mean, there's simple things that you could do. I myself would love to get a large either square or rectangle, probably a square to begin with, but then eventually go to a rectangled one long enough for me to lay on and fill it with moss. Now, I'm allergic to just about every kind of grass there is out there, but moss doesn't seem to bother me. And I would love to be able to just have the smell of fresh soil. I guess, you know, I grew up in an agricultural town, and the smell of fresh tilled soil from when all the farmers would be prepping their fields for the spring for planting, and or is it called fallow now? Gosh, it has been so long. But when they also, you know, yeah. So the tilling of the fields and just that freshness, that earthiness, just really soothes my soul. So that's me. But, you know, there's things that you can do to bring in nature around you. Buy plants for the house. If you don't do well with plants, find something else. A water fountain, tabletop water fountain. Anyway, yes. With that is assurance. Assurance. It's very supportive, very loving. I also get a feeling, and I heard it as soon as I took it out, but I got going on the other thing. Sorry about that. Grandmother Willow. There is wisdom. Oh, look at that. And it's going to be right under there. There is wisdom to be found in nature. Wisdom that is supportive and that is healing. Wisdom that can nurture and wisdom that can heal, as well as wisdom that can teach if we wish to receive. So again, set your intention. What is it that you want to receive from this, from nature? What is it you want to give nature? Love, support, finances, community work. What do you want to give to nature? Healing work, whatever, if you're a healer, whatever your healing modality is. Ensuring that it's done through the purest and highest frequencies and vibrations as possible. Right? And then show your support. Oh, wow. See, what did I just say? Show your support for nature. And then look at what she's doing. She is actually communicating with a, looks like maybe a floral fairy of some sort. And then where's that magnifying glass? There's a person in a boat down here in the water, but she's communing with this flower fairy and the birds. And I just said, I didn't even look at the card yet, and I had just said, what can you give nature in return for all the love and support and assurance? Not that you have to, not that it's expected. It's about equal give and take, balanced give and take energy, a balanced energy exchange, an aligned energy exchange. And again, just look at the picture for a moment and just see what stands out to you. What speaks to you? All right. Are we going anywhere else with this? All right. That's funny. They're having me use this deck, you know, this is twice in the last week, and it's funny because it's a deck that I haven't used in quite a while. I have a lot of decks, and it's kind of hard to utilize them all, but I love them all. I really, really love that they had me pull nature cards, animal cards, being connected with nature. I love that. All right. Thank you. Yep. Beautiful. Oh, I love that. Okay. These wanted to come out together and they're saying I was going to put the second one back, but they said, no, take it. Okay, guys, we can't keep pulling because we'll be here all day. Okay. I'm running out of room here. All right, so we're gonna do these first and then these. All right, so what do we have here? We have seek understanding. So again, think about this. This is a journey about learning to understand the self more, right? And I say that because, again, we have, you know, these decisions and emotions and just all of this stuff in at work, right? And it's about beginning to look at this stuff, beginning to address this stuff one step at a time. And what is aside, in addition to creating the shifts and the changes that we are wanting, right? What else can we get from that? Seek understanding. How beautiful is that? Seek understanding. And this is for somebody, I don't know who, maybe for more than one person, but I'm hearing just literally build your own gazebo, whatever that looks like in your mind. Surround it by whatever it is that speaks to you in your mind. I mean, if you can actually build it and create it, great, do that. But if not, do it in your mind. This is your place to go when you want refuge, when you want comfort, when you want connection, when you want to just sit and absorb the cosmic beauty coming in, the creativity, which we have twice here with Spider and with the cosmos is creativity. And it's limitless. Illumination, this, you know, shifting your energy, time to collaborate. Collaboration can also be with your spirit team. You don't know your spirit team? That's okay. You can just call in, you know, God, source, spirit, universe, whatever that is. And whatever you're calling in, you're calling it in, I would suggest, from the highest possible frequencies and vibrations of divine love, light, life, health, and healing, right? And protection. But yeah, it's about creating your place to go. And if you're not really good at visualizing, just practice. You know, it doesn't cost you anything. Just practice. It'll come to you. And oh my gosh, look at this. There's a purpose for all things. A purpose for all things. And again, these things, you know, when we're in this, we think, oh my gosh, seriously, you know, why me? Why la 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 la, which is another whole reading all on its own. But the bottom line is, these are all options and opportunities that we have to be able to learn and understand something so we can release it and move on. And releasing doesn't mean we forget and, you know, we're not talking about just pretending things didn't happen. No, we're talking about finding that place and space to be able to acknowledge and process and release the pain, the hurt, the trauma, the stuckness, the unhappiness. So whatever these things are for you that you're wanting to shift, right? We have always accompanied. I love, love, love this card. And again, I suggest taking whatever speaks to you in these cards and plug them in to your place that you're creating in your mind. If you can draw, if you can sketch, great, do that. Create your space. Can't draw or sketch? Great. If you need a physical thing to look at, create a vision board. You can do it on canva.com, and I'm sure there's a gazillion other places and websites that offer that kind of stuff. You can use landscaping magazines. You can use metaphysical stuff. It doesn't matter. It's your thing. You do with it whatever it is you're wanting to do with it. Well, you're going to speak it into being. Speak it into being. This is a beautiful reading, you guys. I know that it has its bumps and its challenges, but oh my gosh, it is actually quite a beautiful reading. And look at this one. Helpers. You have helpers. You have a whole team of helpers ready to help you speak it into being. You get down, you get frustrated, you know, whatever. Come back and listen to this. Or do whatever it is that you do to help you feel re-energized, to help you to feel, what do you call it? Like that, like getting a, giving you a shot or a boost to help you along the way, right? Something to help you shift how you're feeling in a moment, because that's what's going to help you when you feel, you know, like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm stuck again, or oh man, this is just too hard, or it's taking too long. And trust me, I get it. I have said all those things. Also pulling out these are all Cheryl Richardson decks of hers. So let's see. Well, right on the bottom of the deck, we do have goals. And I feel like this came out already for you guys a few days ago. Set a goal, write it down, and release the outcome. Small steps make a big difference. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this came out a few days ago or last week. Yeah, I feel like that came out. All right. All right, so let's, oh, and I cut the deck and there it is again, because I shoved it into the middle. All right, what do we got? I'm going to wrap this up. This is turning into a longer video. Ooh, look at that. That just shot out, and then this one didn't want to get off my finger. And, yep, nature, awareness, choice. All right. All right. So we got progress. Look at that amazing picture. There are times, this to me is talking about, this says charge forward, be willing to make mistakes. Oh, see, we talked about that. If you make a mistake, it's a mistake. Just retake. You can uncreate what you've created, right? Independence. Decide for yourself. Exercise your right to choose. Decisions, indecision, right? You have a right to choose. Creating those boundaries, you know, being intelligent about your, or wise about your wisdom, assurance, okay? We have truth, okay? Tell the truth. Integrity is the key to living an authentic life. And I feel like this is about people who are just not being fully honest with themselves, either about where they're at or what's happening, or, you know, what would be required of themselves, whatever that is for you. These did not come out, but I do feel that they are pertinent to what we're doing here. Nature, which we've definitely talked about. Awareness, which I want, illumination. Yep. And then choice. All right. And this is the last one I'm doing. I don't think I'm doing that other one of hers, but we'll see. We'll see what they say after I pull these. Thank you. Ask. Ask for the help, right? When we call upon the divine for guidance and support, we will receive a response. Spiritual signposts will be put on our path to guide us to our biggest, or to our highest good. Again, you know, here it's let your love be the beacon, and she's looking at the light from up in the sky, right? Time to collaborate, right? Asking for help. Where was the other one? Helpers. Helpers. So I do feel that I think that this overall was a beautiful reading, guys. I realize, be grateful, having the attitude of gratitude, which again, trust me, I realize that can just be a trigger word all on its own. It used to be for me. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here. I think that this has been a beautiful reading. Yes, there are challenges that need to, I shouldn't say need. There are challenges put before you with the potential to be something completely different and to put you on a journey and on a path to get yourself into alignment and to shift your reality. But it takes choices and decisions, or I should say, and it comes down to making choices and decisions for yourself. And if you need some help in that, then find those people who can help you. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it here. I hope you found this helpful. Please don't forget to do that thumbs up, subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification. Each of these acts, all individually as well as a whole picture, play a role in the success of this channel and how it gets out there to help others. Until next time, guys, bye.